Well, hey, you guys. Okay, so today we are canning green beans. And you'll see a lot of carrots here because I have a lot of carrots that I had left over. I'm going to be doing these that you guys haven't seen me do yet. Got a couple carrots in the jars, and I have a couple things of green beans in the jars. I'm going to try to set this up and show you how I do this. Let's see if I can do this here. I can get this to stay. My phone will stay. Let's see. Okay, so hopefully that will stay there. Oops. And I can show you guys how I do this. Okay, so I have all my jars set out and everything. Just trying to make sure they have you. Okay. I have all my jars set out, and for pint jars like this, the regular mouth, you don't want to put the green beans in lengthwise. If you want lengthwise beans in the jars, I would suggest parboiling them for about 3 minutes in hot water, in boiling hot water, so that they are soft and that you can get, you can get more in the jar. Because I'm doing a raw pack and putting hot water, it's not a good idea. I would hardly get any beans into one jar, and I want to I can only fit about 16 jars in my canner, so I want to get the most in there that I can. So what I do, you can hear how fresh these are. These are amazing. I just snap them in half and stick them in the jar. Now you can use the funnel to do this too. It's a little bit easier for me to just do it this way. I'll show you from start to finish how I do this and how I get them into the canner. So these are Hericot. They are the rounder green beans. Rounder green beans, not the Italian flat style. I usually grow those. These I usually pan fry in garlic and butter with a little bit of Lari seasoning salt, and they are amazing. But when you can them, they come out a little bit different. But I still, usually I will put them in quart-sized jars, the elongated way, and I can still pan fry them. Now I will still do that with these, even though they're in smaller pieces. When these are canned, and any green bean really, if you do raw pack, anyway, my experience has been if you do raw pack for green beans, they come out just as good as they went in the jar. So you want to start with a really good quality product with anything that you can, any kind of vegetable. You don't want to can a vegetable that you've had in your refrigerator or on your counter or something that is about to go bad, and that's why you want to can it. You can't do that. You have to have top quality vegetables before you do anything, because you want the best for your family. So you don't want anything going bad. Let's see. Oops. Now you can stick these down, and when you put water in these, they're going to float. So you want to pack them as tightly as you can. Okay. And this was 3 pounds of green beans, and you can see 3 pounds of green beans is not a lot when you're canning. Not at all. I have 2 jars full right now, and I will fill this one. I'll probably only get 1 more jar full. And if I have just a little bit left over, I might mix it with some carrots, or depending on how much I have, I might just serve it with dinner tonight. I think we're going to have leftover ham. Actually, I might just have leftover ham and beans, which came so good. If you guys haven't watched that video, go watch it. Oh, so good. And let me know if anyone tries it. My favorite. My absolute favorite. So, okay, we're almost finished with this jar. Pack them in there. And you want to get your debubbler out. This is the one that my husband made for me. And it's the exact dimensions, of the ones that you buy at the store. he just made it for me. He made several of them for me and my granddaughters who can with me, who have been canning with me since the oldest was about 3, I think. Yeah, about 3. And I think I've said before, they all know how to do this. They all know how to do beans. They know how to do carrots. They can make their own strawberry jam, their own raspberry jam, and I could just stand back and watch. And they're old enough now where they can actually handle the hot water. They know safety measures. They're really, really good. But they've grown up with it. They've grown up with me doing this. And it's something they enjoy. And it's really cool to see them enjoy what I do. Okay, so that's all for this one. I'm going to show you real quick how I do these carrots. Okay, so you see the size of these. These are pretty big. So let's see. You want to just get as many in there as you can. These are probably better in quart jars, honestly. And maybe even cooking them first and making them a little soft. You don't want to cook them all the way through, but as I've said before, I use carrots in a lot of soups and stews, and I don't like soggy carrots. One thing I do not like is soggy carrots. Sorry, you couldn't see that. So, I don't par cook them. Every once in a while you'll see me do it, but very, very rarely. Okay, so this is almost to the top. Try to squeeze them in there. You want the food below this line right here, which is 1 inch of headspace. There we go. Now you can see it. That's 1 inch of headspace. You want the food below this. So when the water starts filling this up, and they'll settle a little bit, they'll soften with the hot water, and then maybe you can get some more in there. So I've cut carrots of different sizes. These are smaller ones because I had different size carrots. And these are some larger pieces. So, and as I said, these, gosh, you open a can of carrots and serve them with dinner. I mean, carrots. Brown them in some butter and make the butter, brown them in brown butter, even better. And they are delicious. It will be like a glazed carrot. They're so good. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over here. And we have some cans already here of beans. 2 cans of beans. Let me get the other one. And my carrots. Okay, I have the pot of water hot. Okay, let's see if you can see. Trying to use my new tripod here. Oops, let's get it. Okay, whoops, nope, don't want it to fall. Been there, done that one before. If you guys have seen my Italian sauce, that was fun. My camera fell. Talk about funniest home videos. Okay, so I did not put any salt in these green beans at all. You can if you'd like. You can put seasoning in them. Anything that your family enjoys. I can food. One of the reasons I can food is to cut down on the sodium that's in regular canned food and to know that my product is fresh and that to know exactly what's going into my food and where I get my food. So, and as I said before, I usually get food from farmers markets, so it's all local or direct from the farms around here. And I always try to know where my food is coming from. Okay, I'm going to let these sit for just a little bit as they soften. The green beans will soften just a little bit, and then I'm going to debubble them. And I am filling to a 1/2 inch headspace for right now. I'm going to push them aside a little bit, let them sit before I put the jar on or the seals on or anything. Some more water and do the same thing to the carrots. Half-inch headspace, You guys see that? 1/2 inch headspace. Okay, let me get the other ones. Get the other 2 jars. These are the bigger carrots, the whole baby carrots. And again, this is just water, and it's bottled water. I do not use tap water. I do not recommend using tap water. If you do, you will have cloudy jars on the inside. They won't come out clear. You want your water as free of all kinds of the chemicals and hard water that you can possibly have. You want this is for your family, your friends, so you want to do the best that you can when you're canning. So always use the best ingredients. Use the best water that you can. Well water is very good. If you're on a well, you're very lucky. So, okay, so this one, you can see, as I'm just putting it down just a little bit, these are softening, okay? These will soften over a couple minutes. And then I want to debubble it. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but as they soften, and I push this down the side to get them all in there, and these are in there pretty good, but I can see bubble right there. There's a bubble. Oops, where are you? There's a bubble right there. So I want to get that bubble out. So I'm going to move this around just a little bit. Bubble's still in there. Set this down. There we go. We want to release all of the air in all of the pockets that we possibly can. And that's what this little gadget's for. This is your debubbler. This also tells you the amount of headspace that you have. It's measure on the side. It has these little notches, and it measures the amount of headspace. Oops. So we want 1 inch of headspace, and it's just about right. Once these soften just a little bit more, it'll be fine. I'll show you the green beans. Don't they look beautiful? Look at that. And these will come out looking just like this. They just look amazing. Now, when you have garden fresh green beans, they're even better. These were store-bought, which are just as good as long as they are good. You don't have any brown spots on them. It's a good, like freshly picked. That's what you want. You want to can the best possible products that you can. If you grow your own, I know a lot of people out there grow their own vegetables like I do, and you want them as fresh as you can. I know when I can green beans, my garden beans, I will wait until I can get a few jars worth, and then can them. If I'm going to do if I have a lot of beans, if I'm going to do a big project, then I will put them in a gallon bag in the refrigerator and let them sit there no longer than maybe 3 days or so. So none of my green beans are older than 3 days before they go in the canner. And the same with a farm. If you go to farmer's market, you can ask them when they were picked. Usually farmer's market stuff was picked the day before, or some were even picked that morning. It just depends on your area. I'm going to do this last one, showing, showing you guys what to do. Oh, I've had a real hard time with allergies lately. Actually, today is the best that I've been feeling. It's been windy here. We had a lot of rain, and I felt terrific. And then once the rain stopped, and the pollen was back because of the wind, really hit me hard. Couldn't see out of one eye yesterday because it was just tearing up on me and feeling horrible. So that's eased up today, thankfully. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so after this, we are going to wipe our rims with a cloth or a paper towel and vinegar on it. Wipe it around, put the lid and the seal on. And then it's going to go into our canner. So, I'm going to show you this. And we're going to be done for this session. You see that? Wipe the rims, just like that. Okay. This one I didn't debubble. I have to get to that one. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the green beans. These should be fine. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more water in that one. And more in that one. There we go. Okay, make sure it's an inch of headspace. Okay, so now I just added more water. So again, you want to wipe your jars. Make sure there's nothing on them. These are brand new jars. And I've already checked them for chips or cracks. Even check your brand new jars, guys. You just never know. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Finger tight. Do my 3 jars of green beans. Oops. Okay, there you go. Green beans. They're going to go in the canner. I am going to cook them for 55 minutes. And I'll show you what everything looks like when they all come out. Go ahead and put these in while you guys are right here. Now, I'm anticipating 16 jars in there. So I will let you know what I get after all this is done. Thanks for watching, you guys. Let's see. Trying to think of what's happening. I think the next videos are going to be the garlic powder and the mushroom powder. But probably not today. So, once these process, I will show you how they come out. And these are sitting here in the canner right now. And I have all of these left to do over here. All these jars, all my green beans, got to get them in there. And then make dinner. Thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you soon. As always, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please ring that bell and hit all, and this way you're notified of all of my videos. And please hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know that you're here and watching. Thank you. And if you have anything that you want to see me either can or dehydrate, please let me know. I do have onions coming up for dehydrating and cabbage. Okay? See you soon.